Toronto, the ball careened off the black in center field and back onto the field, and Todd Frazier, ever full of energy, reacted excitedly as he rounded first base. Big hits have been hard to come by for the Toms River native over the past month, and he finally had one to celebrate Wednesday with his two-run go-ahead blast. That homer gave the Mets the lead for good and ignited a 5-run rally in the Mets' 6-3 win over the Blue Jays at the Rogers Center. Frazier went 2 for 4 with a pair of RBIs, and the bullpen contributed 5 innings of one-run ball one day after a blow-up. The Mets, 34-49, split the series, and finished 2-3 on this road trip. July 4, 2018, Toronto, Ontario, Can. New York Mets right fielder Jose Bautista, 11, scores in the 5th inning on a single by left fielder Michael Conforto, 30, as Toronto Blue Jays catcher Russell Martin, 55, looks on at Rogers Center. Mandatory credit, photo, Jenny. Sikolovsky USA Today SPO, not an easy stretch. The Mets signed Frazier for his bat, glove and leadership, and while he's provided fine defense and been a good clubhouse presence, he hasn't delivered offensively. Frazier entered Wednesday's game hitting just .217 with 9 homers, but the numbers were particularly ugly since he returned from the disabled list June 5. Frazier suffered a left hamstring strain during his return to Cincinnati in early May. Veteran entered Wednesday hitting just .194 with a .565 ops since returning with only 4 homers, and has struck out once in roughly every 5 plate appearances. Struggles resulted in the coaches quietly moving Frazier down to the 6th spot. July 4, 2018, Toronto, Ontario, Can. New York Mets center fielder Brandon Nimmo, 9, gets congratulated after scoring against the Toronto Blue Jays in the 5th inning at Rogers Center. Photo, Jenny. Sikolovsky USA Today SPO, the third baseman's discipline also has eroded as he has only walked 5 times in his past 109 plate appearances after walking 21 times in his first 140. Perhaps Wednesday's game can galvanize the righty since he produced productive at-bats, and also made several nice plays at the hot corner. The Mets trailed 2-1 entering the 5th when Frazier crushed a first-pitch hanging sinker from Marcus Stroman to give the Mets a 3-2 advantage. The Mets pushed that lead to 6-2 with Jose Bautista, Asdrubal Cabrera and Michael Conforto each ripping 2-out RBI single. July 4, 2018, Toronto, Ontario, Can. New York Mets second baseman Asdrubal Cabrera, 13, hits an RBI single against the Toronto Blue Jays in the 5th inning at Rogers Center. Photo, Jenny. Sikolovsky USA Today SPO, Bautista drove a 1-2 pitch up the middle while Cabrera pulled a single into right and Conforto finished the streak with an opposite field hit off Luis Santos. The Mets tagged Stroman for 6 runs in 4 2/3 innings. Brandon Nimmo also contributed an RBI single in the 3rd inning that evened the game at 1. Frazier has now homered twice in the past 4 games, and has 10 homers on the season, marking his 7th straight year with double-digits homers. Redemption night. While a multi-run lead is nice, no lead is safe with this Mets bullpen, but they managed to redeem themselves after blowing a 6-2 lead in Tuesday's 8-6 loss. Corey Oswalt survived 4 innings of 2-run ball Wednesday before the coaching staff turned it over to the bullpen with the top of the order due up for a 3rd time. Oswalt, in his 2nd start, allowed plenty of rockets but they kept finding gloves. New York Mets starting pitcher Corey Oswalt throws to a Toronto Blue Jays batter during the 1st inning of a baseball game. Wednesday, July 4, 2018, in Toronto. Photo, Fred Thornhill, AP. Seth Lugo replaced Oswalt, which meant that Lugo relieved the man who replaced him in the rotation, and allowed just 1 run in 3 innings. While Lugo has made it known he would prefer to start, the coaching staff would rather use him as a reliever. The lone run he yielded scored in the 6th to slice the Mets' lead to 6-3. Trade candidate Jerry Blevins recorded 2 outs in the 8th before Robert Gesellman, one of the GOATs in Tuesday's loss, finished the inning. Closer Jerry's Familia, who is all but certain to be traded this month, produced his 2nd straight perfect outing since his blow-up against the Pirates. One of the factors working against the Mets is Familia's numbers are not that impressive, and there are a handful of better relievers available. Close Mets manager Mickey Callaway provides an update on Devin Mesoraco, and discusses Wilmer Flores' hot play. Matt Ahilt, staff writer, at Matt Halt.